in the Cleveland home. Brown star quarterback Shador saying this story on live yesterday. This is right here since shockwaves through me. I know Shador does a lot for the community in Cleveland, and people were saying these break-ins is happening all over the league, but I just feel like this is right here hit a
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
What they really don't want you to see. Shador Sanders was caught right in the middle of a completely outrageous home break-in. And trust me, this is not your usual oops, wrong address kind of mix-up. This is full-force chaos. Surveillance footage rolling, 3 shadowy suspects creeping around like they're testing for roles in a low-budget action movie, and Shador standing right in the center of the madness. By the end of this clip, you'll be laughing, shocked, and genuinely wondering how Shador ended up in something this ridiculous. I'll break it all down and rewrite the full story for you.
So you're telling me while this man was trying to play his first game in the NFL, you had people breaking into his house? Man, folks, ain't nothing out. New update just came out about the burglary at Shador Sanders' house while he was playing in his first official NFL ball game. And while he was doing this, we had people rumbling through his house. Looked like they stole $200,000.
3 mysterious figures appear in what might be the most chaotic break-in we've seen all year. And somehow, it involves Shador Sanders. This wasn't your typical Thursday night, Netflix and burglar situation. Not even close. This one came with confusion, attitude, and a sense of disrespect that instantly caught the internet's attention.
Is one football player I know that the people rock with. The people, you know what people I'm talking about. That's Shador Sanders. Now, this footage, right, they saying it's YNs, but I don't definitively know that. And if that is the case, man, this is just bad, bro. This is just...
This is the big leagues of chaos, upside-down camera angles, suspicious bags getting tossed around, and movements that make you question if these guys planned anything at all. And right in the middle of it all, Shador. Which makes sense, because if chaos comes within a 5-meter radius, it finds him. Every time. How did we get here? Let's unravel it.
The Sanders family, Shador and Dion. But we're going to start with, wow, unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Regardless of how a person feels or anybody feels about Shador Sanders one way or the other, this is not cool. This is not cool at all. There was a break-in at Shador Sanders' house during Sunday's game.
Now let's set the scene properly. Shador Sanders, Cleveland's hometown favorite, community superstar, and the guy who probably knows every kid in the city by first name and last initial, suddenly finds himself starring in a real-life action sequence. New reports drop, the footage leaks, and everything flips into complete mayhem instantly.
The reports that just came out, $200,000 in property was stolen from the home of Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shador Sanders during a break-in Sunday, according to police and ESPN's Daniel Oyefusi. 3 suspects enter Sanders' home about 6:46 p.m. Eastern Time, according to a news release from the Medina County Sheriff's.
Forget football for a moment. Forget touchdowns, passing yards, and fantasy scores. This situation turned into a full-blown crime drama playing out in real life. And the internet didn't waste a second. Social media exploded faster than you can say interception. Twitter caught fire. Gucci reposted the clip. Pac-Man Jones somehow got a hold of it too. Suddenly every person with Wi-Fi became a detective. And the footage? Upside down and chaotic, looking like a rejected Fast and Furious audition as bags fly, feet shuffle, and the burglars debate if stealing a jersey is too much pressure. Meanwhile, Shador's probably thinking, really? In my house? It's wild, hilarious, and terrifying all at once.
Just breaking this story, Browns quarterback Shador Sanders made his NFL debut on Sunday. While the game was happening, something happened at his house. Details are still being gathered, but we're told, per multiple sources, that there was a break-in in Sanders' home. Mary Kay Cabot also confirmed it. I can confirm Shador Sanders' house was broken into during the Browns' loss to the Ravens, as first reported by Pro Football Talk.
Then came the internet reaction, and wow, it was everywhere. People are furious, people are terrified, and a huge chunk are just laughing at how chaotic the footage is. Gucci's Twitter exploded to 18,000 followers overnight. Pac-Man Jones got a clout boost. And the entire timeline broke down the video frame by frame like it was the Super Bowl highlight reel. But naturally, conversations circled right back to football. Shador is entering the biggest pressure week of his life. First start, rookie expectations, the spotlight burning. 4 touchdowns against the Raiders. Sure. But will they give him credit? Absolutely not.
This is the footage from the burglary that occurred at Shador Sanders' home in Ohio during his debut versus Baltimore Ravens on Sunday. Officials told TMZ Sports that $200,000 worth of property was stolen. According to a new press release, 3 suspects entered the home wearing masks and gloves around 6:46 p.m. Suspects then left at 6:58 with, quote, various property belonging to Mr. Sanders. This incident is still under investigation, and people have theorized that the culprits could be someone close to Shador.
Investigators say right now they don't have any leads in the burglary that took place.
The commentary won't stop, relentless, non-stop, like a storm that refuses to move on. Fans are already suggesting Shador should leave Cleveland because no matter what he does, he's criticized. Do well. Criticized. Struggle. Criticized. Stay neutral. Criticized. It's like trying to stand still in a hurricane. And then there's the break-in, bags dropping, footsteps echoing, the entire crime caught on camera. Who planned this? Breaking into Shador's home is wild enough. Doing it on a security camera is next-level foolishness.
Browns quarterback Shador Sanders' house was also broken into over the weekend while he was playing against the Baltimore Ravens.
Sanders used the latest. Police there in suburban Ohio saying his home was broken into. 3 masked men in masks and gloves breaking shortly after around 6:40 or so. It all lasted about 12 minutes. They make off with $200,000 worth of property. No suspects so far. They did say surveillance picked it up, so they do have some video evidence of what happened, but obviously the case still very much open.
This is exactly what makes Shador so interesting. The guy thrives in chaos. The more pressure thrown at him, the sharper he gets. Picture him stepping on the field this weekend, break-in still fresh in his mind, internet watching, critics ready with their scripts, and is expected to play perfectly. Drop dimes, avoid picks, win games, carry a franchise. And while doing all of that, people repeat the same tired line, yeah, but it was against the Raiders. Do well. Criticism. Do poorly. Criticism. The break-in video is basically a metaphor for his whole world right now, upside down, unpredictable, and full of people trying to push in from every angle.
Sanders might be having the worst week of his life. And it's only Tuesday. And love or hate the guy, you gotta feel bad for him here. So obviously it all starts on Sunday when Shador gets into the game because Dylan Gabriel got his first dose of CTE. And he stunk. Really bad. He was terrible. And I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for saying that, but look at this. Like, any other name tied to that, you're thinking, wow, that quarterback is horrible. My guy had a 2.4 QBR. So there's number 1, bad performance. Then number 2, the media starts to chime in and make him look worse.
And here's the part where sarcasm truly earns its paycheck. Imagine being the burglar who decides, out of every house in Cleveland, to break into Shador Sanders' home. You're thinking it's an easy job. Meanwhile, he's out here dodging linebackers, running drills, and throwing missiles downfield, and you're tiptoeing around hoping not to sneeze. Fans are split, half furious Shador can't catch a break, half stunned at how calm he's staying. Honestly, this situation could be a sitcom. Actually, scratch that, it needs multiple seasons. The plot twists write themselves.
Cleveland Browns sent those people to take $200K worth out of Shador Sanders' house.
Get him out of there, Dion, and keep setting him up.
Because they were just like, you're not going to get traded, you're stuck here. Okay? You done lost $200K, there's nothing else you could do. They knew he was going to be started or playing in his first game. They were like, he's going to be playing. Okay? We're going to put him in a tough position and we're going to get him robbed. All right? Morale down.
Now imagine the what ifs. What if Shador walks out there and drops 400 yards for touchdowns and 0 picks? Twitter detonates on impact. Haters sprint to find excuses. Yeah, but it was the Raiders, the worst team in football. Classic Cleveland logic. And if he struggles? Predictable. Blame memes, think pieces, and videos claiming he's overrated. He's trapped in a cycle where the surveillance clip, the pressure, the expectations, All of it mixes into a Cleveland storm that never stops.
All those defenders, Jerry Jeudy just doesn't do anything, and they get the first down. That's great work. And don't get me wrong, I want him to succeed, but calling this in against all odds completion with about 10 yards of separation is a choice for sure. Just go scroll through her Twitter, you'll see all her tweets from Sunday. It's crazy. Then to cap all of this off, we get a report. Apparently, while Shador is playing, his home was broken into and burglarized. Just an awful past few days for the guy. And if you like him or hate him, like I said, you gotta feel bad for him.
And for the viewers, we're getting front row seats to the entire saga. The upside down clip, the social media meltdown, the rookie first start, every bit of chaos unfolding like a reality show. Shador is the undeniable main character whether he wants the role or not. The man could trip on a yard line, and the internet would turn it into a meme. This isn't just a break-in story, it's talent meeting chaos, criticism meeting resilience, and a city meeting its newest lightning rod.
Shaq, just when he was having a rough week already, it's only gotten worse. Shador Sanders' home got broken into, most likely by dust, all while this had happened during his debut game against the Ravens. And he already had a bad game against the Ravens. The Browns lost and whatnot. He was rushed into that, of course, because the quarterback before him, Dylan Gabriel's, I forgot his name. He's not a good player. He got hurt. And so, it's like, it's just been a lot for Sanders.
So keep watching, keep tweeting, keep guessing, because the next chapter will be just as wild, just as unfiltered, and just as Shador Sanders as ever. He's competing in a psychological Olympics now. Surviving burglars is one thing, surviving the internet is another sport entirely. Tweets dissecting every move. TikToks parodying his life. Fan accounts are turning him into either a tragic hero or a walking headline. Meanwhile, Shador handles it all like it's just another day in Cleveland. Calm, focused, already scripting a highlight reel titled How to Handle Chaos While Throwing Touchdowns. Cleveland becomes a character. The internet becomes another. And Shador, he's the only one navigating it like a pro. Naturally, the internet won't let Cleveland live this down. Memes will drop. Replays will circulate. Entire subreddits will debate who handled the week better, the burglars or Shador. Spoiler, it should definitely be Shador. And here's the twist, all this drama might actually help him. Pressure fuels him. Distractions sharpen him. The more absurd the world gets, the more dangerous he becomes on the field. Cleveland fans might be witnessing the start of something legendary, not just for the touchdowns, but for the resilience built through pure chaos. The break-in, the critics, the pressure, none of it seems to shake him. Because somehow, in all of it, Shador Sanders is completely chaos-proof.